Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Homewood Field here on the campus of Johns Hopkins University. It's almost time for the first semifinal here this afternoon in the Centennial Conference Championship Tournament. Johns Hopkins University Blue Jays playing host to the visiting McDaniel College Green Terror. McDaniel, the 4 seed, the Blue Jays, the number 1 seed, and have an undefeated October as they come in this afternoon and face the Terror. We'll talk a little bit about the matchup back in October where the Jays won 1-0. We'll get a little bit more into that a little later on. But for now, just moments away from getting things started here in the first semifinal game. Bob Trossett with you on HopTV. And it should be a good one. Blue Jays come in at 15-2-1 overall, unbeaten in the Centennial Conference, 10-0. On the year for Coach Weil in his 26th season at the helm of the program. As for McDaniel, 12-5-1 overall in the 2017 campaign. The Centennial Conference, 6-3-1. Struggled throughout the month of October, went 3-3-1 after an 8-2 September. Of course, had to beat Gettysburg on November 1st in order to get right to this point on Wednesday night. 1-0 in overtime versus Gettysburg, and perhaps McDaniel looking to ride that momentum right into the semifinals. Should be a very good one. Both teams huddling it up here at Homewood Field. It's a chilly afternoon, and daylight savings is on the horizon, so it will start to get dark very quickly throughout this game, most likely. McDaniel in the green and white striped jerseys, and for the Jays, going with that traditional white and blue, black lettering. And starting up top for the Blue Jays will be Carly Lupton-Smith to get things going. The 5'7" sophomore from Cary, North Carolina will get the Centennial Conference semifinals, the first of 2 here this afternoon and into the night. Underway with Sophie Murphy up top, and we are underway. Bess Kitzmiller will start in the goal for Coach Weil, and for Coach Laganna and the Green Terror, they will start the senior goalkeeper, 5'6", from Yardley, PA, played her high school soccer at Pennsbury, and that's Sarah McDonald. And here's our first look at Sarah. She'll grab this one. All kinds of time. Opening seconds here in the first round, I should say the semifinals of the Centennial Conference. Up ahead now for Lindsay Farrell, the 5'6" junior from Towson. Played her high school soccer at Loch Raven, and now here's one of the Blue Jays seniors, Hallie Horvath, to make the game's first throw-in. Looking ahead for Riley O'Toole, the freshman phenom. What a year it's been for Riley. The combination of Riley and Michelle Santangelo has been very unbeatable at times. Combined, Santangelo and O'Toole have 27 goals and 60 points for the Blue Jays this season. Now fighting for possession was Riley O'Toole, but that was last touched by the Blue Jays. And now taking the kick is Kristen Upton for the Green Terror, the 5'9" senior from Pennsylvania. Played her high school soccer at Central Buck South. Green Terror now looking to transition to offense. Dribbling it past the midfield line, and up ahead was Abby Keene, one of the seniors on this team. 12 points on the season. Definitely an offensive threat that the Blue Jays will have to look out for. And now here's our first look at Thea Harvey-Brown up ahead for Emily Maharis. Maharis, the 5'5" sophomore from Bernardsville, New Jersey. Solidified herself into this lineup earlier on in September and has pretty much stayed there throughout the majority of the season. Just a sophomore. Now here comes Kyla Persky, dumping it off to Hallie Horvath. Giving pressure to Horvath now and stealing it is Lindsay Farrell. Back out to Katie Clausen. Clausen now shakes off O'Toole and leaves it up ahead for Lindsay Farrell. And she runs out of real estate. Last one to touch it was the Green Terror. Opening minutes here in the Centennial Conference semifinal. Bob Trossett with you on HopTV. It's the first of 2 here today, and the other one coming up at 8 o'clock. Franklin and Marshall takes on Gettysburg. right here on HopTV. Be sure to stick around. Maharis now, a little touch pass up ahead to Riley O'Toole. But stopping the momentum there was Kristen Upton. Back and forth we go here in the opening minutes. Both teams still feeling each other out. I mentioned in the pregame I'd get to the last time these two teams met. It was back on October 11th. And the Blue Jays defeated McDaniel by a final score of 1-0. Something I also spoke to Coach Laganna about as well on the phone earlier this week. She feels that this Green Terror team is a different one. Less than a month later, Sydney Kelly was in the goal on October 11th, and she allowed a Jessie Cole goal in the 42nd minute of the first half, and that's all the Blue Jays would need. Sydney Kelly had 3 saves. Of course, Sydney Kelly, just a freshman, got some reps this season under Coach Laganna, but Coach Laganna sticking with the senior here this afternoon and perhaps looking for some experience in Sarah McDonald. Bailey Monaco, an offensive threat for the Blue Jays, fires this one ahead. Nothing doing. Sarah McDonald grabs that one and now takes her time as the Green Terror begin to reset. Robin Lipschultz was in the net on October 11th when these two teams met last. So both teams going with their seniors. Again, Robin Lipschultz, just a sophomore, and Sydney Kelly, just a freshman. So we've seen a lot of teams throughout the Centennial Conference throughout the year this fall who go back and forth between a goalie combination. Here comes the first goal kick now for Kristen Upton. Upton now leaves that one out of bounds. Last touched by the Green Terror. Thea Harvey-Brown up ahead for the throw-in. She's looking for Bailey Monaco. Monaco Bailey being congested now. Was up ahead looking for Sophie Murphy, but this one's going to sneak out of bounds. Miscommunication there between the Jays. And now we'll go back the other way. Here comes Upton's kick, and it's a short one, intended for Maddie Schwartz. Schwartz, the youth of this Green Terror team, 5'5" freshman from Lancaster, PA. Saw some good time as a first-year student athlete. And Blue Jays will elect to throw this one in. Hallie Horvath looking ahead. Gets it up ahead for Emily Maharis, but Riley O'Toole snags it. And here come the Blue Jays. Michelle Santangelo chasing down this ball with Upton. Santangelo led the team in goals and points. And what a senior season it was. Of course, coming off the honors of Player of the Week offensively for the Centennial Conference. She received that honor a couple times here this season and has made huge strides throughout her time here for Coach Weil. Maharis now fighting for possession. Coming up with it is Maddie Schwartz. O'Toole comes in and deflects that one. Back and forth we go here. Up ahead now for Kyla Persky. She keeps it alive. Abby Keen's our first look at the senior. Abby Keen's from Salisbury, Maryland. Played her high school soccer at Parkside. So a lot of local players here playing up against each other. And now the throw-in will be handled by the Green Terror. Getting ahead on that one was Lindsay Farrell. We've now played 7 minutes. We're scoreless here on HopTV. Bob Trossett with you. It's the semifinals, first of 2 here today for the Centennial Conference Championships. What a game it was last night for the Blue Jays of the men's soccer team. Unfortunately, not going the way that Blue Jay fans here in Baltimore hoped it would. But what an incredible win for Dickinson College, who came in at the number 5 seed and took down Johns Hopkins 3-2 after PKs. So it was all tied up at 2 after double overtime, and then we went into PKs, and the Red Devils would end up winning that one by a final score of 5-2 in PKs. What an atmosphere it was here. That one goes out of bounds, last touch by the Blue Jays, and running to throw the throw-in is Allie Titus. Allie, the 5'6" sophomore from Frederick, Maryland, can go back and forth defensively and at the midi position. And now this one sneaks out of bounds. Bess Kitzmiller looking for her first action here this afternoon. Will handle the goal kick, but she'll allow Leslie Bruni to do so. A little bit on the coaches matchup here this afternoon. As for Sandy Laganna, head coach of women's soccer at McDaniel, she was a player herself and immediately made an impact on the program when she came in 2012, leading the team to a 4-0 start for the first time since 2000. And that 2012 squad finished with 7 wins, the most since 2006. So Coach Laganna's impact was felt immediately. And, of course, the 2016 season, she led the team to a 10-plus win season and earned the Centennial Conference Tournament top seed with the regular season crown. Received an NCAA tournament bid and made it to the third round. It was ranked as high as number 15 in the NCAA national poll and third in the Mid-Atlantic region. So McDaniel comes in with quite a bit of experience, and we'll talk a little bit about my phone call with Coach Laganna leading up to today, earlier on in the week. Throughout the broadcast, she feels that this team can make a deep run and wants to get back to making those types of deep runs that McDaniel is used to. Coach Laganna is the 3-time Centennial Conference Coach of the Year, including last year, 2015 and 2013. And so they're really excited about what she's done. And now Michelle Santangelo runs out of room. Let's see who it's last touched by. It is going to be the Blue Jays, so a goal kick now coming for Sarah McDonald. Laganna graduated from Bridgewater in 2004 and played soccer. She was an all-conference selection in both soccer and lacrosse. So a multi-sport athlete. She brings a lot to this program, both on and off the field. And back into Homewood Field we are here. Bailey Monaco making a run and fires it just over the outstretched arms of Sarah McDonald. A nice try there by the senior. And how about for Coach Weil and these Blue Jays? He's been at the helm of the women's soccer program since 1992. He guided the Blue Jays last season to their 15th NCAA tournament appearance. And you could just tell that he has had quite the impact here at Johns Hopkins. 357 career victories. Ranks 26th overall in the NCAA. He's the 7th winningest coach actively in Division III and ranks 11th overall. McDaniel now looking to transition offensively. Horvath misses that one, but it's all right. Kyla Persky's right there. Riley O'Toole now vying for position. She comes up with it and now sneaks it on up ahead to Monaco. Monaco's being tracked by Rachel Engel. Monaco back to the middle, looking up ahead for Santangelo. Had that one deflected. Sophie Murphy's going to try and come in and save this one. And now this one leaks down to Sarah McDonald, who will handle it no problem. Well, McDaniel has some senior leadership that Coach Laganna talked about on the phone. Katie Kirshenman and Abby Keene have really made a big impact here throughout their 4 years. Both have double digits in the scoring category this season and do it really on and off the field. Lindsay Farrell as well, a junior. And then Maddie Schwartz, Dixon, and Gibson all have 8 points apiece on the season, so they can come at you in a variety of ways. As that one sneaks out of bounds, last touch by the Green Terror, and running down to handle the throw-in on the top of your screen is Thea Harvey-Brown. Marissa Funky exits that one out of the field of play. Funky's the 5'8 junior from Kings Park, New York. Harvey-Brown now up ahead for Monaco. Monaco likes the matchup of her and Angle so far. Emily Maharis gets ready to send this one into the middle. Riley O'Toole getting ahead on that one. Dangerous play at first there for Sarah McDonald. But it runs out of bounds. Last touch by Bailey Monaco and the Blue Jays. A little bit more on that call with Coach Laganna after their first round win over Gettysburg. She stressed this is a senior-driven team, but she asks for leadership from all 4 years on her roster. I talked to her a little bit about film study, and they certainly took a look back at that October 11th loss at their place when the Blue Jays came in and defeated the Green Terror 1-0 on October 11th. It's always hard to beat a team twice. We saw that last night with men's soccer here at Hopkins. Just a week ago, they had defeated Dickinson by a final score of 3-0, and then 1 week later, they lose in PKs. It's a tough, tough league. Very competitive is the Centennial Conference. Perhaps under the radar in that category. Another thing that Coach Laganna talked about was the fact that her team came off a bye weekend before that first round game, and it really helped her team kind of gain their composure, take a deep breath. September and October are pretty much all games, as now Horvath sneaks this one out the way of a running Kirsten Gibson. Brian C. in the building for the Blue Jays, coming to support the women's team after a tough loss last night. Of course, Blue Jays on the men's side hoping to qualify for an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament, but their fate remains in the hands of the committee after conference tournaments are all said and done. Leslie Bruni set to get this one off. Persky gets ahead on that one. Giving chase is Kirschman. Emily Maharis now with some room to run. Horvath now up ahead. Stopping momentum for the time being was Kristen Upton, and now Emily Maharis will get a quick throw in ahead for Michelle Santangelo. Lupton-Smith back off to Horvath. We're coming up on the 17th minute. Scoreless here at Homewood Field. Bob Trossett with you on HopTV. It's the first round of the semifinals here today. The next round coming up at 8 o'clock. And now the Blue Jays calling for the corner kick. Looks like they will earn one. And now as we approach the 17th minute, Bailey Monaco will have a try at executing what would be the first goal of the game. Here comes Monaco's kick. It sails over everybody. Almost getting a piece of that one was Michelle Santangelo. And now it looks like we'll do it again on the other side this time. So Hallie Horvath will run down and take care of this one. So after 17 minutes of not one corner kick, we have two back-to-back. And now Horvath setting up with Bailey Monaco. And we'll figure out who's going to kick this one. It's going to be Hallie. It's a low liner. And a dangerous play there for the Green Terror, but they stand their ground. Last touch by the Blue Jays. That one sneaks out of bounds. Last touched by the Green Terror. Quick throw in now for Riley O'Toole. She's being checked. And now that one sneaks out of bounds. Last touched by O'Toole. Slow start to this one. Not a whole lot of activity. Just a couple corner kicks for the Blue Jays. And not much offensively. Bess Kitzmiller has not had to do too much so far, thanks to these Blue Jays defense. Offense struggling so far for McDaniel. And it struggled throughout the month of October. Struggled to find the back of the net. And I talked to Coach Laganna a little bit about what changed from September to October. And she mentioned that statistically she was actually pretty happy with what she was seeing and felt that there wasn't a huge need for change. But she did talk about there being more responsibility needed in execution day to day for the Jays. And she also mentioned that adversity can be a good thing for this team. And one thing she continued to harp on throughout the phone call was the depth that her team had. Of course, in the goalkeeper position especially, we talked about that. They've gone back and forth between Kelly and who's starting today, Sarah McDonald. Riley O'Toole now up ahead for Santangelo, but a nice play there by Kristen Upton. Blue Jays continuing to threaten. Monaco now over here to spread the field out. Nice play there by Lindsay Farrell to pick her pocket. And now sneaks that one out of bounds. We're in the 20th minute. Scoreless here on HopTV. Bob Trossett with you. Hallie Horvath now up ahead for Monaco. And getting rid of that one was Allie Titus. Well, it's been a busy weekend here at Homewood Field. Football was in action earlier on today. And they won awfully convincing right here. It was a 1 o'clock kickoff. And they took down Juniata 57-14. Here comes another corner kick now for the Blue Jays, again from Monaco. Santangelo was in there. Horvath in the follow-up. No good. And a great play there defensively by Abby Keene to get that one out of danger's way. Blue Jays now looking to open things up offensively, starting to do so. Thea Harvey-Brown now resets for the Blue Jays. Over in women's volleyball earlier today, Blue Jays rolled to a 3-0 win over McDaniel in 3 sets. And continue their stellar season. Of course, women's and men's basketball season getting underway in the coming weeks here at Johns Hopkins and everywhere. And now a foul goes against the Blue Jays. Crowd doesn't like it. So the free kick opportunity will be handled by Rachel Engel. Here comes the kick. As far as McDaniel is concerned, in football, Susquehanna took down the Green Terror by a final score of 33-10 earlier today. And now here comes Michelle Santangelo. But an offside is called before Santangelo can make a real move. Just a bit out in front was Michelle. Good crowd on hand here this afternoon for the semifinal game here between the number 1 seeded Johns Hopkins Blue Jays and the number 5 seeded McDaniel Green Terror, as Bailey Monaco just completely misplays that one and sneaks out of bounds. Throw and handled by Engel. Horvath now trying to save this one out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. Now a play right there. This foul will probably be called on Michelle Santangelo after that pretty blatant push, and it is. So Rachel Engel, after hitting the deck, will take this free kick opportunity. Engel's kick now is up ahead for Gibson. But Emily Maharis finds it in her path, and now she's up ahead for Carly Lupton-Smith, but runs out of real estate. Kayla Blair and Christina Madelo warming up on the sidelines for the Blue Jays. No substitutions yet today. Tony Abadi also at the scorer's table. So it looks like the Blue Jays will strike first in the substitution category. Horvath leaves the ball up ahead for O'Toole, but a nice defensive play by the Green Terror. Bailey Monaco now on the bottom of your screen, wheeling and dealing. Here comes Bailey, going head-to-head with Maddie Schwartz. Emily Maharis comes up with it, retreats back to Horvath, and now Coach Laganna will send over a couple substitutions to the scorer's table as well. That one sneaks out of bounds right off the foot of Thea Harvey-Brown. And here comes our first substitutions of the game for the Green Terror. It's Jackie Farrenholz along with Kristen Worry.
In the game for the Blue Jays, a junior defender from Wellesley, Massachusetts, number 19, Tony Abadi.
Tony Abadi comes into the game for the Blue Jays. 5'5" junior defense.
A sophomore defender from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, number 7, Jackie Farrenholz.
Farrenholz is the 5'8" sophomore from Scotch Plains, New Jersey.
Kristen Wood.
As that one sneaks out of bounds towards the right part of Sarah McDonald's goal. Kristen Worry is the 5'2" freshman from Lancaster, PA. Another freshman getting meaningful time here for Coach Laganna. And now more substitutions incoming for the Blue Jays. It's Maggie Colson along with Maddie Rocks and Samantha Hoffman. So Coach Weil sticking with the game plan that he's done all season long.
Sophomore midfielder from Pittsburgh, number 5, Maggie Colson. A sophomore forward from Pittsburgh, number 8, Maddie Rocks. And a freshman midfielder from Lake Mary, Florida, number 15, Samantha Hoffman.
Allie Horvath gets on top of that one, and now Riley O'Toole fighting for position, going head-to-head now. Sneaks out of bounds, last touch by the Blue Jays. That throw-in was intended for Kirsten Gibson, but could not connect. And now Bess Kitzmiller will dump it off to Leslie Bruni. Blue Jays now resetting, trying to get something going offensively. This one sneaks ahead of Abadi. A miscommunication there between Abadi and Bruni. Quick throw-in now for the Green Terror. Samantha Hoffman coming up and applying the pressure. Tony Abadi there as well. And now a dangerous play there for the Blue Jays. And it looks like Hallie Horvath will get called for the foul. And check that. I thought Hallie looked like she was upset, but I think that foul will actually go against Kirsten Gibson. So the free kick is handled by Kyla Persky. As we approach the 28th minute, still scoreless here in the semifinals of the Centennial Conference. Hallie Horvath now going head-to-head with Gibson again. This time it sneaks out of bounds. Again, last touched by the Blue Jays. More substitutions incoming. And that's what I thought it was. The crowd, it looked as if the crowd thought that it was last touched by the Green Terror and it was going to be a goal kick for Johns Hopkins. But from my vantage point up here, it looked like it was last touched by the Blue Jays, and it ultimately was. It looked like it was a change in calls. And now the corner kick will be handled by Abby Keene. It's a low liner. First to get there is Colson. And now Riley O'Toole looking to sneak this one up ahead. Here comes Maddie Rocks on the run. Rocks leaves it for Riley O'Toole, spreading out the field. Numbers now for the Blue Jays. O'Toole now crashing towards the box, but meets right with Maddie Schwartz. Nice defensive stand there by the freshman. Now one gets ahead of Horvath. Gibson keeps it one alive for the Green Terror. Now chasing this one down is Allie Titus. More Blue Jays warming on the sidelines. Coach Weil getting deep into his bench here as we approach the 30th minute. Something he's done religiously, and it's clearly worked. Blue Jays went undefeated in October. 7-0 month. And, of course, added to that Centennial Conference overall record of 10-0. An undefeated season in conference play. So here comes Kayla Blair and Christina Madelo in for the Blue Jays. And for the Green Terror, it's Megan Henderson, 5'3" sophomore from East Windsor, New Jersey.
In the game for the Green Terror, a sophomore midfielder from East Windsor, New Jersey, number 19, Megan Henderson.
We've now played 30 minutes here in the opening half of the semifinals of the Centennial Conference Women's Soccer Tournament. I'm Bob Trossett with you on HopTV for this one. Bailey Monaco up ahead now for Riley O'Toole. No offside call, and O'Toole is just going to leak this one off the top post of the uprights. 4 shots for the Blue Jays. Not one yet for the Green Terror. Really struggling to get in a transition to get into their offense. Just have not been able to do so. And now handling this kick is Kristen Upton. Santangelo coming up on Upton. Kayla Blair giving a pressure to Gibson. Blair hits the deck, no call. A body up ahead for Monaco. And now Green Terror looking to get this one back towards their offensive side of the field. Have not been able to transition. And the Blue Jays have been coming in a variety of different ways. Santangelo chasing this one down head-to-head with Farrenholz. And now O'Toole gets this one to Bailey Monaco. Monaco misplayed that one and stepping up on it was Clausen. More substitutions coming now. Everybody getting in on this one. For the Blue Jays, it's Jackie Tate along with Insa Manstadt. And for the Green Terror, it's Catherine Dixon, the 5'5" freshman from New Bern, North Carolina.
In the game for the Blue Jays, a freshman defender from Ogden, Utah, number 11, Mizu Obayashi.
And now Mizuho Obayashi comes into the game for the Blue Jays as well.
From Paradise Valley, Arizona, number 28, Jackie Tate. A freshman midfielder from Bellevue, Idaho, number 30, Jesse Cole.
So 3 freshmen checking into the game for Coach Weil. And it just shows you how deep he thinks this team can go.
Arlington, Massachusetts, number 9, Insa Manstadt.
Handling the throw-in now for the Green Terror was Jackie Farrenholz. Manstad now up ahead, but Farrell was right there, and now she looks to transition offensively. But Madelo stepped right up on top of that one and now spreads it out. Here come the Blue Jays in transition. This one's up ahead for Manstad. But a nice defensive play there to be where she needed to be at that time from Kristen Upton. Upton, one of the seniors on this team, anchors this defense for Coach Laganna. Obayashi set to handle the throw, and it's a short one to Manstad, who tripped over the ball. And now Colson dumps it off to Maddie Rocks. Here come the Blue Jays in transition. Abby Keene sneaks that one out of harm's way. Madelo coming up on top of it to try and halt the momentum. Does so. Hoffman now keeps it alive for the Blue Jays. Jesse Cole now into this game as well, another freshman from Bellevue, Idaho. Colson now leaves it for Kayla Blair, and now Kayla Blair with all kinds of time. Up ahead now for Tate. Tate leaves it for a body. Stopping progression there was Marissa Funky. Maddie Rocks trying to get in the way of this possession for the Green Terror. Just have not been able to get it very far past the midfield line. That one sneaks out of bounds. Last touch by the Green Terror. Let's see who will handle the throw-in for the Blue Jays. It'll be Tony Abadi, who's running down to take this kick. Again, sneaks out of bounds, so Abadi will do it all over again. We've now played 35 minutes in this opening half of the first semifinal game. Maggie Colson unloads on that one, but it's last touched by Colson. And now more substitutions coming in. This time for McDaniel, it's number 4, Alyssa Johnston, the 5'7" junior from West River, Maryland. And Annalise Bell, the 5'6" freshman from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. So there have been a lot of substitutions so far in this first half from both teams. And a lot of players have seen the field. Madelo could not hold on to that one. Hoffman going head-to-head with Schwartz. And now Colson sneaks this one on up. Into Manstad going after it. But getting there first was Upton. So Upton's had a really solid defensive game so far. But now as we approach the 37th minute, the Green Terror have yet to record a shot on goal. And now a foul is going against Maggie Colson. The crowd can't believe it. Lindsay Farrell on the top of your screen up ahead now. It was intended for Catherine Dixon. Here come the Green Terror now with perhaps a run of their own. It's been a rarity in this first half. Manstad trying to disrupt that run, and she does so. Maddie Rocks just kicked that one up ahead and out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. We've now played 37 minutes. We're scoreless here on HopTV. Bob Trossett with you in Baltimore, Maryland, on the campus of the number 1 seeded Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. Madelo steps up on that one and ruins the momentum for Lindsay Farrell, but remaining possession does McDaniel, and now the throw-in set to be handled by Farrenholz. And we have a whistle. Looks like a foul will go against Mizuho Obayashi. So good opportunity now for the Green Terror in the 37th minute. Taking the kick will be Jackie Farrenholz. On impact, Green Terror will break. So Farrenholz now runs away, and Alyssa Johnston will now handle it. Here comes Alyssa's kick. Maddie Rocks was the first to get there, and now Obayashi tries. Madelo stopped that one. Trying hard now is Annalise Bell. She had a couple good looks there. Obayashi fires that one right off the shin guard, it looked to be, of Kristen Worry. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. Green Terror looking for their first shot of the game as we approach the 39th minute. That one's last touched by Obayashi and the Blue Jays. And now Kayla Blair fires that one out of bounds, perhaps inadvertently, and the Green Terror earned themselves a corner kick try. And running down to handle it is Alyssa Johnston. Green Terror really looking to capitalize, have not had many looks from here. Perhaps they can find the back of the net on a corner. The first of the game now coming from Johnston. It's a low liner now and a dangerous one off the football uprights. That is out of bounds, and a goal kick will be coming for the Blue Jays. Or scratch that. Looks like it was last touched by the Blue Jays, so my apologies. So we'll do it all over again. Another corner kick coming. Johnston kick is a little bit higher this time, and again goes up and through the uprights this time. Let's see who touched it last. Will we do it again? It looks to be the case, but we're going to do it from the other side this time. And now Johnston's getting her workout on and going to the other side and other corner. So another opportunity. Kristen Worry is right on top of Bess Kitzmiller's goal. And now here comes the kick. They'll crash on impact. It's a short one now, right off the head of Maddie Rocks. Looks like it hit her in the nose. She's still down. Hopkins training staff wants to get out there and take care of her. It looks like it's a pretty good bloody nose. Now Maddie Rocks making her way towards the sideline rather quickly, holding her nose. And you can see it all from up here. She really got it good. And she's getting taken care of right now, as you see. Just got to stop the pressure. Boy, she caught that thing right to the nose. It's all, luckily, from up here, I can't see that it's on her jersey, so hopefully she won't have to change, and she'll be able to get right back out. They're smiling down there, so she's just fine. It's just there's a whole lot of blood coming out of her nose. Alexandra Dameron comes in for the Blue Jays, as Coach Weil has gotten quite a few players into this game. Dameron, the 5'2 freshman from Ridgefield, Connecticut, logging some good minutes here as Bess Kitzmiller grabs that one off the foot of Megan Henderson. Approaching the 42nd minute. Maddie Rocks on the sidelines right now, being checked out by the Hopkins training staff after taking a ball to the face, which resulted in a pretty good bloody nose for the sophomore. Madelo now chasing this one down, retreats back to Bess Kitzmiller, who hits a one-timer up ahead and out of bounds, last touched by the Blue Jays. Well, much of this half has been dominated, at least possession-wise, on the offensive side for Johns Hopkins. But now here in the last few minutes, we've spent quite a few time here for McDaniel. A lot of congestion now right there, as you see. Coming up with it is Mannstat, and now misplaying that one was Dameron just into this game. Caleb Blair keeping it alive for the Blue Jays, but right there to halt progression was Henderson. Another substitution incoming for McDaniel. Heading to the scorer box is Kaylee Holager. And now the Blue Jays earn themselves a corner kick try, as Maddie Rocks is going to go back to the locker room with Hopkins training staff to get that nose checked out. Here comes the kick. Getting there first was Samantha Hoffman. Jessie Cole could not convert. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Now here comes Holager. Kaylee, the 5'3" sophomore from Forest Hill, Maryland, plays striker for Coach Laganna.
Sophomore forward from Forest Hill, Maryland, number 3. Kaylee Hollinger.
Now a foul goes against McDaniel, so the Blue Jays will have an opportunity at a free kick now. Maggie Colson will take it as we approach the 1 minute mark left in this one. And here comes the kick. Getting there first and getting ahead on it was Marissa Funky. Now Kayla Blair looking to keep this one alive. Mannstat now getting there, being chased heavily by Catherine Dixon. Saving it before it goes out of bounds was Mannstat. This one sneaks up ahead. Obayashi's right there. Kitzmiller calls her off and handles it. All kinds of time. 30 seconds left in the half. Bob Trossett with you on HopTV. You've been watching a presentation of the first of 2 semifinals here tonight of the Centennial Conference Championship Tournament for women's soccer. Waning seconds of the first half in a scoreless first half.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And at the horn,
At the half,
we go to the half.
first score.
Blue Jays and Green Terror scoreless here in the semifinals of the Centennial Conference Women's Soccer Tournament. We still got a lot more to come here at Homewood Field, including statistics and, of course, second half action right here on HopTV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages. You've been watching a presentation of Johns Hopkins Soccer here, taking on McDaniel. Back here at Homewood Field on the campus of Johns Hopkins University. Time for second half action, and McDaniel starts with it and gets this one on down towards Hallie Horvath. Second half action just starting out, and starts with a goal right off the post, and a beautiful save there by Bess Kitzmiller, but on the return, McDaniel puts it in. And what a way to start in the opening 20 seconds of this one. It went back and forth. Hopkins crowd stunned with what just transpired. Katie Kirscheneman puts it in for the Green Terror. And that's how this second half starts, in a stunning fashion for the Blue Jays. It was batted around a couple times in front of Bess Kitzmiller's net. And the first initial kick went off the post. So for the Green Terror, they come out, and whatever they did at halftime worked. Kirscheneman's the 5'2" senior from Damascus, Maryland, and found herself in the right place at the right time. Thea Harvey-Brown with this half's first throw-in now, and Jays can easily get this one back to one apiece if they can convert on this one. So the corner kick try will be taken by Horvath, and it's a slow, easy touch pass to Bailey Monaco, back and forth. Persky now back in towards the box. And now this one sneaks out of bounds. Should be a Blue Jays throw-in. And it is. Thea Harvey-Brown will chase this one down and handle it. It's up ahead now, looking for Emily Maharis. Same lineup that Coach Wild began the game with. And that one's fired out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. It's 1-0. If you're just tuning in and you just stepped away for halftime, well, you just missed some action. Within the first 20 seconds, McDaniel strikes first. And now the Green Terror on the board 1-0 to start out this second half in emphatic fashion. Monaco couldn't save that one out of bounds, so now a throw-in to be handled by the Green Terror. Thanks for being with us tonight as the lights come on here at Homewood Field. It's the first of two semifinal matchups here tonight in the Centennial Conference Tournament for women's soccer. Bob Trossett with you. And now here comes an opportunity for Michelle Santangelo. Crowd gets on his feet. And Santangelo fires wide right. Great opportunity, a great run for the senior. Couldn't convert there. So Kristen Upton set to take the goal kick. And it's just inside the midfield line. Lupton Smith was met in the air by Alyssa Johnston. Hallie Horvath now putting on a move. Looking to reset offensively for the Jays and settle down after a really tough start and a great defensive first half. Only allowed the Green Terror to have one shot in the entire 45 minutes. And for McDaniel to come out and put one on the board within the first 20 seconds, it can be deflating for a team. But the Blue Jays have been used to, not in the month of October, but in the month of September, they had a couple games where they were down early, and they fought and clawed back for victories. As now Bailey Monaco fights for position, gets it up to Michelle Santangelo. Now Riley O'Toole giving pressure, but firing out of bounds is McDaniel. That was number 18, Katie Clausen. So another corner kick coming. And Monaco and Horvath will run down again to set up. It's a short one again. It's off to Bailey Monaco. She's cutting back towards the middle of the field. Fires this one in. Wide left of McDonald's net. For Sarah McDonald, she has not registered a save yet. And just one for Bess Kitzmiller. So the goalkeepers have not had to do too much. But, of course, Bess Kitzmiller allowed in that goal in the first 20 seconds in the 45th minute. And now we have our first substitution of the second half, and this time it's Maddie Schwartz, another freshman for the team, 5'5", from Lancaster, PA. She'll give Alyssa Johnston a rest. Coach Laganna giving Johnston some words of wisdom down on the sidelines now. Such respect is always shown towards Coach Laganna. You can see it on the sidelines, very clear. Kitzmiller now fires this one on down for Bailey Monaco. She's there. Monaco being pressured by a couple McDaniel defenders. And now Bailey Monaco can't believe it that is not a Blue Jays throw-in. But she gets it back anyway. Up ahead now to Maharis. That one's fired off of Lupton Smith. They were calling for a handball, was McDaniel. They're not going to get it. Now here comes the Green Terror, but Kyla Persky's right there to stop momentum. Just 6 minutes and change into the second half, and we've already had quite a bit of action. Both teams really ramping up the physicality. And we should be in for a good one. So now the free kick opportunity will be earned by McDaniel, and taking it is Rachel Engel right in front of her own sideline. Here comes Rachel's kick. Leslie Bruni is there to reject that one. Lupton Smith now leaves it for Hallie Horvath. And now Horvath was up ahead looking for Santangelo, but Upton was right there to take care of it. As another shot to the face for a McDaniel player this time. Allie Titus gets it to the face. Maddie Rocks left the game in the first half after taking a ball right to the nose. I can see her on the sidelines right now. She seems to be okay. Hopefully she'll be able to come back into this one. Monaco now loses that one and going head-to-head with Lindsay Farrell. Quick throw in now from Thea Harvey-Brown. Emily Maharis cuts back to her left. Nice play by the sophomore. Off to Sophie Murphy now, who fires it. And O'Toole was almost there. They're calling for a foul. Bailey Monaco fit to be tied with the official. Really nice entry pass there by Sophie Murphy. Riley O'Toole had the position. As the crowd continues to get rowdy here tonight. A lot is on the line. We saw it last night, too, in the men's soccer game between Hopkins and Dickinson. The level of play was really escalating all throughout the game and made for some fun competition for sure last night. And again, I mentioned it in the first half, but if you weren't tuning in, what a game it was. Dickinson prevailed in PKs and took down the top-seeded Blue Jays in the Centennial Conference semifinals. Santangelo now dumps it off. She was looking for Maharis, but McDaniel had a foot in there. It looked like that was Alyssa Johnston who impacted that shot for the Green Terror. And now a quick throw-in coming for Thea Harvey-Brown. She gets it in. Bailey Monaco vying for position. Maharis comes up on it. Monaco now up ahead for Riley O'Toole. Riley leaves it for Emily Maharis, trying to get it back to the middle. Lupton Smith had that one deflected. A nice defensive play by McDaniel. Looked like that was Marissa Funke to get a foot in there, but in the effort, the Blue Jays earn another corner kick. Let's see if they can interlock us at one. Now Bailey tries to get the low dribble in there, but it's batted out by Lindsay Farrell. And now Bailey Monaco looks to reset for the Blue Jays. On the top of your screen now, working with Hallie Horvath. Horvath is picked up by this McDaniel defense and Katie Clausen. And we're going to do it again. Another corner kick try coming. It's Monaco and Horvath again. Let's see if they'll continue this Monaco now gets it up. The first one to meet there was Marissa Funky to get ahead on that one. Funky really having a solid few minutes here defensively for Coach Laganna. Thea Harvey-Brown now gets batted around. Both teams going back and forth. However, the majority of the possession so far through 10 minutes and change has been with the Blue Jays on the offensive side of the ball. But just 20 seconds into this half, Katie Kirsheneman put McDaniel on the board, and Green Terror lead 1-0. Substitution making her way over to the scorer's table for McDaniel. Couple of them. Riley O'Toole tried to get that one up ahead to Bailey Monaco. Couldn't quite get there. Riley O'Toole trying to get it back to the middle. There's a lot of congestion over there on the far side. And getting that one out of harm's way for McDaniel was Katie Clausen. So a quick throw in now coming for Hallie Horvath. Here comes Michelle Santangelo, but a beautiful save by McDonald in the net. And Santangelo can't believe it. A great look at it for the senior. But it'll result in another corner kick try, and the Blue Jays really stepping it up offensively here at the start of this second half. So Hallie Horvath now will handle the corner try. Riley O'Toole's in the box along with Carly Lupton-Smith. It goes off the crossbar. And now getting it out of harm's way was Marissa Funky. Exciting start to this second half. In the first of two semifinal games here tonight. Kyla Persky over to Emily Maharis. Maharis now tracking. Emily trying to get it back to the middle, but swallowed up by this McDaniel defense. Is there a whistle called? You can barely hear over the crowd. And it's going to go against the Blue Jays. The crowd can't believe it. As boos echo Homewood Field. That'll go against the Blue Jays. 58 minutes into this one. 1-0 in favor of McDaniel. Here comes the kick from Upton. Santangelo continuing to threaten offensively now for the Jays. Horvath is there, but a great play by McDaniel, and that one is wide right. Boy, Kirsten Gibson had a great run there for the Green Terror and went head-to-head with Horvath, but could not convert that one ultimately. More substitutions now coming in for the Green Terror. It's Catherine Dixon along with Megan Henderson and Annalise Bell. So Coach Laganna continues to empty her bench. Maybe not as much as the first half. We'll see if that changes. Coach Weil and Coach Laganna really went deep into their benches in that first half. It'll be interesting to see if they elect to do the same thing in this second half. A lot of different looks. Throw-in now handled by McDaniel. It's up ahead, and Bess Kitzmiller handles that one just fine off the header try from Allie Titus. 4 shots for the Green Terror, 9 for the Blue Jays, yet McDaniel leads this one. Now here comes the ball for McDaniel. Leslie Bruni meets Catherine Dixon right on arrival. Thea Harvey-Brown comes in and picks her pocket and tries to save this one before it goes out of bounds, but it leaves the field of play. We've now played 60 minutes, 1-0 in favor of the visiting Green Terror. Number 4 seed, McDaniel. Taking on the top seeded in the Centennial Conference Blue Jays. Monaco fighting for possession, hitting the deck there and getting the call was Catherine Dixon. Crowd showing its frustration right now. And now a free kick will be handled by McDaniel, and taking it is Abby Keene, one of the seniors on this team. So here comes Keene setting this one up. 12 points on the season for the senior. Has to get it over Lupton, Smith, and Monaco. Here it comes. It's a beauty. Far wide right of Bess Kitzmiller's net. A beautiful kick there by Keene, but just couldn't quite control it enough. So now Kyla Pertsky will handle the goal kick now for Bess Kitzmiller. Maharis now fighting for possession with Keene. Horvath now on the top of your screen. No call after hitting the deck was Allie Titus. And that one sneaks out of bounds. Last touch by the Green Terror. Throw in now coming for Hallie Horvath. Here comes a 50-50 ball. Horvath was met up in the air by Maddie Schwartz. Riley O'Toole now working with it. Splits a couple defenders. Now leaves it up ahead for Santangelo, but it's rejected by Upton. Upton continues her solid defensive game so far for the Green Terror. Cutting back now is Thea Harvey-Brown. Back to the middle of the field. Left it up ahead for Riley O'Toole, but Upton is there again for McDaniel. A great game by Kristen Upton. 5'9" senior from Chalfont, Pennsylvania, and that one trickles out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniel. Thea Harvey-Brown to handle the throw-in. Monaco now on the run. Got a couple defenders on her. And Monaco just absolutely leveled Marissa Funky. There was no call, and now the Blue Jays earned themselves a corner try. And boy, Bailey Monaco, as she's done much throughout her senior season, puts her body on the line, and it pays off this time. She's trying to quickly get it in, and now will not. So now Hallie Horvath runs down to take this. Let's see what they elect to do. It's a short one off to Monaco, and now here comes the same play. Horvath enters it in and misses everybody, and it trickles on out of bounds. A misfire there from the senior. Tony Abadi get ready to check in. She'll give Thea Harvey-Brown a rest for the Blue Jays.
Back in the game for Johns Hopkins, number 19, Tony Abadi.
Emily Maharis now cutting back to the middle of the field. Finds Michelle Santangelo. Back and forth we go here. Lupton Smith leaves it for Monaco. Here comes Bailey on the near side. Enters it in over and hits the uprights for football. Well, the Blue Jays have not been able to convert yet tonight, but they really have looked good offensively here in the last few minutes after allowing that goal just 20 seconds in to the second half from Katie Kirsheneman. Riley O'Toole now on the top of your screen, fighting for position. Beautiful footwork there and fundamentals from O'Toole, but it's ultimately spoiled by McDaniel and this solid defense that has held the Blue Jays scoreless through 65 minutes now. That has not happened often this season for the top-seeded Blue Jays. Emily Maharis now comes up with it in the scrum. She has that one deflected. Santangelo now jostling for position. Santangelo hits the deck. Marissa Funky does as well, and now Riley O'Toole finds herself with it and fires it in for the Blue Jays. It's an equalizer. Riley O'Toole. Exactly what the Blue Jays were looking for right there, and what a second half it's been. Both teams scoring, and now the fans are on their feet, and everybody's back into this one as Riley O'Toole gets us tied up at 1 here in the semifinals. Substitution now incoming for the Green Terror. And it's Lindsay Farrell. She'll give Allie Titus a break. And what a goal by Riley O'Toole. You just thought that at some point O'Toole was going to connect. She had a lot of good runs coming. As Carly Lupton-Smith will take a seat as well. Maggie Colson comes in to replace her. So the freshman year campaign has been a success for Riley O'Toole, and it continues now in playoff soccer as the freshman adds to her stellar season and has really turned a lot of heads here in the Centennial Conference. Santangelo now leaves this for Bailey Monaco. Crowd's on its feet. Here comes Bailey back to the middle. She gets her left foot on it and fires a slicing ball that's handled by Sarah McDonald. Blue Jays offense now clicking and has the Green Terror on the ropes through 66 minutes. We're interlocked at 1. We got ourselves a good one. Tony Abadi now up ahead for Monaco. Santangelo hits the deck right at the midfield line. No call. Annalise Bell did as well, so officials allowing the players to be pretty physical. Everybody knows what's at stake in this game. Leslie Bruni now giving some serious pressure, and that one sneaks out of bounds. Last touched by Maddie Schwartz and McDaniel, so Tony Abadi will handle the throw-in. Bailey Monaco fighting for position, going head-to-head with Jackie Farrenholz. Santangelo's in there as well, as Farrenholz just got stuck in the middle there and then caught that ball right to the shoulder. And then this ball goes into the stands, last touched by McDaniel. And now Blue Jays again retreating on offense here. Maggie Colson right back to Abadi, who fires this one up ahead for O'Toole, who tried to get ahead on that one. Couldn't quite convert. And now O'Toole fires it out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. Substitution now incoming for the Green Terror. It's Kirsten Gibson. Kyla Persky now lifts this one on down for Emily Maharis. And it sneaks out of bounds. Throw in now to be handled by McDaniel. Maggie Colson was right there. Last touch by the Blue Jays. Sophie Murphy now keeping it alive for Hopkins, as getting darker and darker by the minute. Crowd calling for a handball, not going to get it as Bess Kitzmiller leaves the box. We've now played 69 minutes. We're interlocked at 1 between the Blue Jays and Green Terror. It's the first semifinal game of 2 here this evening. And it's the women's soccer tournament here in the Centennial Conference, as now Riley O'Toole tried to come up on that one, but a nice play there by Marissa Funke to maintain her composure and stand in on that one and halt progression. A body working with Persky now on the top of your screen. Hallie Horvath crosses the midfield line, being checked by Lindsay Farrell. Maharis now up ahead for Santangelo, but it sails right over. And now Farrenholz tries to keep it alive. Bailey Monaco couldn't keep that one in. And now Sophie Murphy will get called for the foul, perhaps knocking the wind out of Kirsten Gibson, who was slow to get up, but now running on her own power. We've played 70 minutes, and it's anybody's ball game here at Homewood Field. Farrenholz unloads on this one, and a body cannot handle it. It sneaks out of bounds. Substitutions incoming. For the Blue Jays, it's Maddie Rocks, and for the Green Terror, it's Kristen Worry. Farrenholz now up ahead. That one fires out of bounds. Last touched by the Blue Jays. Jackie Farrenholz gets this one in. And Colson leaks it up for Santangelo, who finds herself with a couple defenders now. Tries to get it back to the middle, and she was looking for Maddie Rocks, but McDaniel was right there. Leslie Bruni with a nice cutback over to Sophie Murphy, trying to transition now into offense. 11 shots for the Blue Jays on offense, just 5 for the Green Terror. We're interlocked at 1. Now here comes the ball up ahead. Michelle Santangelo is there. She's fighting for possession. Gets it. Now back to the middle for Maddie Rocks. Maddie Rocks continues to crash the box. And this time, no good, thanks to a nice defensive stand by Paula Rosa. Kyla Persky now up ahead, misses everybody, and this one's going to trickle out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. Throw in now coming, and Farrenholz will take it. Maddie Rocks now trying to get it back to the middle of the field. Sophie Murphy's going to unwind, and McDonald takes care of that, no problem, for the Green Terror. Sarah McDonald with 3 saves in the net. 2 for Bess Kitzmiller. Saving it before it goes out of bounds was Bailey Monaco. Nicely done by the senior. And now that one sneaks out of bounds. Last touch by Bailey and the Blue Jays. Now Green Terror set to throw it in as we approach the 73rd minute. Hallie Horvath now prevents progression coming down offensively for the Green Terror. Trying to save it before it went out of bounds was Maddie Rocks, and she almost crashed into Emily Maharis while doing so. Megan Henderson checks into the game for the Green Terror as substitutions have calmed down just a bit. Sophie Murphy tries to get it back to the middle of the field for Colson. Green Terror now poking into this defense of the Blue Jays. Here comes McDaniel now with their first run in quite a while. And now Bess Kitzmiller will take that, no problem, off the foot of Megan Henderson. She fires it and finds a body in stride. And now a nice touch pass from Monaco to find Maddie Rocks. She leaves it for Bailey, and here come the Blue Jays. Bailey streaking towards the middle of the field, tried to find Michelle Santangelo, but Santangelo was met by Upton. You get the sense that this one is going to come down to the final minute here of regulation. Monaco trying to get this one back to the middle, finds O'Toole, but it's just a little high, and she couldn't get a full head on that one. So Upton will handle the goal kick as we approach the 75th minute. And Riley O'Toole now trying to get it back towards the offensive side. Upton comes in again and spoils that run. Sophie Murphy keeps it alive now for the Jays. Up ahead for Santangelo, trying to get it back to the box. But a nice defensive play again. We go back and forth here at Homewood Field. We got ourselves a good one. It's one apiece between the Green Terror of McDaniel and the Blue Jays of the host and the top-seeded Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. 12 shots offensively for Hopkins, just 6 for the Green Terror. If you're just tuning in, McDaniel hopped out to a 1-0 lead within the first 20 seconds of this game, thanks to Katie Kirsheneman. And then Riley O'Toole from Bailey Monaco earlier on in this half interlocked us at 1, and here we are. So Bess Kitzmiller will handle this goal kick, and she'll allow Kyla Persky to do so. Thea Harvey-Brown making her way back into this game. As the sun gets ready to set, it's getting chilly here at Homewood Field. Both teams have their full uniforms on, trying to stay warm. Maggie Colson now up ahead, finds Upton, and now Upton leaks this one on down. A body's right there, 50-50 ball. Leslie Bruni's right there. Blue Jays now retreating. Colson tries to get it up ahead to Monaco, but Farrenholz was right there. Bailey Monaco at the midfield line now. She fires this one up ahead. O'Toole's right there. McDonald left the box dangerously and does not pay for it there. A huge opportunity missed for the Blue Jays. Could have gone either way there for sure. Obayashi checks back into this game. A body takes a seat for the Blue Jays. And Horvath takes a seat as well, and Thea Harvey-Brown will come back in. Throwing his handle by Obayashi. And here comes a ball, and Bess Kitzmiller's way outside the box. She grabs it, no problem. And leaves it for Leslie Bruni. I'll be sure to stick around later on tonight. The 8 o'clock game in the second semifinal will take place right here under the lights at Homewood Field as Franklin and Marshall takes on Gettysburg, and the winner goes to the championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Riley O'Toole now working with it. Kyla Persky off to Obayashi. Back and forth we go. Approaching the 79th minute. Really anyone's game as Maddie Rock sneaks this one up ahead and out of bounds. Substitutions incoming. It's Alexandra Dameron for the Blue Jays. And for the Green Terror, it's Katie Kirsheneman who got this thing started all the way back in the first 20 seconds of this half. Throw-in is going to be handled by Farrenholz, and here comes her try. Maggie Colson was right there. And now this one sneaks out of bounds. Last touched by the Green Terror. Thea Harvey-Brown will handle the throw-in as we approach the 80th minute. Bailey Monaco with all kinds of pressure on her down near her corner. Sophie Murphy keeps it alive for the Blue Jays. She's being tracked heavily. Kyla Persky tries to get it back to the middle of the field and spread it out now for Riley O'Toole. Before she could do that, Katie Clausen was right there to disrupt that run, and now here come the Green Terror. 80 minutes into this one. Less than 10 minutes left in regulation. We're interlocked at 1. Bob Trossett with you on HopTV. Semifinals here of Women's Soccer Centennial Conference Championship Tournament. It's very much felt like November playoff soccer throughout the majority of this second half after a low-key first half. Thea Harvey-Brown gets that one out of the way for Bess Kitzmiller. And now Colson's up ahead looking for Dameron, who misplays that one, and it trickles out of bounds. A couple substitutions at the scorer's table set to check in for McDaniel. It'll be Allie Titus along with Rachel Engel. Kirsten Gibson will take a seat along with Katie Clausen. And now Kyla Persky chasing this one on down. Crowd calling for some sort of foul on that play. They're not going to get it. Kyla Persky will handle this goal kick opportunity as we approach the 82nd minute. Persky now up ahead. She's looking for Sophie Murphy. Cannot get it to the midfield line, and now the Green Terror continuing to threaten here offensively. But Leslie Bruni was right there. McDaniel bench calling for a foul on that play. Not going to get it. Sophie Murphy getting ahead on that one. Back and forth we go here. Bruni unleashes up ahead for Santangelo. She's going up against Upton, who really has held Michelle in check the majority of the night. Bailey Monaco now tracing back towards the middle of the field. Cuts back. Fires that. Is there a handball call? Nothing yet on the field. It doesn't look like that was seen by the official. Again by Monaco. Back to the middle of the field. Nothing doing, and it sneaks out of bounds. Who's it last touched by? Blue Jays were confident that it was a corner kick try, but they're not going to get the call. And Carly Lupton-Smith is set to check back into this one. Upton now handles this one. And Carly Lupton-Smith. Marissa Funky just unleashed on that one, and now Thea Harvey-Brown finds as we approach the 84th minute. Back and forth we go here. Both teams looking to get on the board and perhaps put themselves in a position to move on to the championship game tomorrow right here at Homewood Field. Colson fighting for position, but will not get it. And now Upton fires this one on down. Bess Kitzmiller leaves the net. It's a completely wide open net, and they're not going to pay for it. Big risk taken there by Bess Kitzmiller, and she's been all over here in the last few minutes. Solid play from the senior. 84 minutes, under 6 to play in regulation. We're interlocked at 1. It's the semifinals of the Centennial Conference Tournament. Persky gets up there and gets ahead on that one. Lupton Smith working with it now, and now McDaniel looking to reset and get something going offensively. But just as I say that, Lupton Smith comes in and ruins that momentum. Santangelo leaves it for Monaco. Here come the Blue Jays. Bailey trying to get it back to the middle of the field. Does. Santangelo is there. It's off the post. And no good on the deflection. Firing it out of bounds was Kristen Upton. But the Blue Jays earned themselves a corner try. And things are really ramping up here as we approach the 5-minute mark in regulation. So Monaco set to take this corner try. And what could be a big one? It's a small one. Her and Dameron working. Here comes Bailey back towards the middle of the field. Fires a low liner. And this time it sneaks out of bounds. Last touched by the Blue Jays. Goal kick incoming. Getting ahead on that one was Maggie Colson. Kyla Persky now working with it off to Monaco. Bailey now gets it over to Maddie Rocks, who tries to get it back to the middle of the field and find Michelle Santangelo, but guess who was there? Upton, again. Has been so solid, Kristen has, all game long on the defensive side for the Terror. "86 minutes, under 4 to play in regulation. We're interlocked at 1. Blue Jays trying to get back to their offensive side, but the Green Terror not allowing them to do so, as Bess Kitzmiller is right there to grab it for Hopkins. Bess sneaks this one on up ahead for Thea Harvey-Brown, and Harvey-Brown will get taken down, and an easy call for the official. Looked like that was on Abby Keene, if I saw that correctly. And now Leslie Bruni set to handle the free kick. Here come the Green Terror now in transition. Lindsay Farrell trying to get it back to the middle of the field. Harvey-Brown right on top of her. Here comes the kick. Obayashi got ahead on that one. Green Terror still threatening. Maggie Colson was able to get in there, but did they earn a corner? Yes, they did. So McDaniel now with a corner try as we approach the 88th minute. Every kick matters now here in the waning minutes of regulation. So much at stake for these two teams. A chance to potentially go on to play in the championship tomorrow at 1 o'clock right here. Here's Abby Keene, the senior. It's a low liner, and the first to get there was Maggie Colson. Upton tries to keep it alive. And now Bailey Monaco on the bottom of your screen with all kinds of room. She tries to get possession. 88 minutes, 2 minutes left in regulation. Monaco back to the middle. Bailey's up ahead, but misplays that one to Santangelo. Thea Harvey-Brown's right there, being tracked by Lindsay Farrell. Monaco misplays that one. Harvey-Brown trying to maintain possession. Farrell now, a lot of congestion here on the near side. And now Monaco goes down, no call right in front of the official. As Rachel Engel took her down. Certainly not a dirty play, but could have gone either way. Bailey Monaco now going to get a try to get it back to the middle. Hits it off the back of Engel. Approaching the final minute here in regulation. Thea Harvey-Brown off to the middle of the field. Nothing doing. Maggie Colson keeps it alive for Bailey Monaco. Monaco trying to get it back to the middle of the field. 1 minute left in regulation. Right in front of the box, nothing doing. A huge miss there for the Blue Jays, and it's going to trickle out of bounds. Last touch by Hopkins. Thrown to be handled by the Green Terror. Under 50 seconds left in regulation. Crowd becoming restless here at Homewood Field as overtime is on the horizon. Maggie Colson trying to get it back to the box. Leaves this one for Dameron. Nothing doing. And now Maddie Rocks looking to reset. Under 30 seconds left now in regulation. Thea Harvey-Brown finds Rocks. And a nice play there by Engel to get that one out of bounds. And now with 15 seconds left, the Jays running out of time.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And at the horn, we got some free soccer coming at you right here from Homewood Field. At the end of regulation, we are interlocked at 1 between the number 4 seeded Green Terror of McDaniel and the top seeded Blue Jays of the host, Johns Hopkins. We got a lot more coming, including the first overtime period between these two teams. Don't go anywhere. You're watching a presentation of the semifinals here at the Centennial Conference Tournament in women's soccer. Let's get things started here. First overtime going on here between the number 4 seeded McDaniel Green Terror and the top seed overall here in the Centennial Conference, Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. We got ourselves a good one. First overtime period. Again, this is sudden death. 10 minutes. If we go to a second one, it'll be another 10 minutes. And then if we're still at interlocked at 1 at the end of 2 overtimes, we will have to settle this with PKs. Underway here in the first overtime. Thanks for being with us tonight. Again, be sure to stick around for the 8 o'clock game, which might start a little bit late between Gettysburg and Franklin and Marshall right here on HopTV. Allie Horvath now fighting for position. Teams have changed sides here in the first overtime. As that one sneaks out of bounds, the first goal kick will be taken here in the overtime period by Upton. There's Emily Maharis, a sophomore, has played quite a few minutes here tonight from Bernardsville, New Jersey. Maharis now hits the deck. Sophie Murphy collides with Rachel Engel. And now Santangelo is going to unwind on this one. It's far wide right of Sarah McDonald's net. McDonald had 3 saves in regulation. And Bess Kitzmiller did as well. Both allowed a second half goal. The first came from Katie Kirsheneman in the first 20 seconds of that second half. And then later on, Riley O'Toole added to her stellar freshman campaign. As Bailey Monaco gets a foot on this one, tried to get it Santangelo just inside the box. Nothing doing. Santangelo leaves it for Emily Maharis. Back off to Monaco. Blue Jays threatening here early in the first overtime period. Nice defensive play there, and Maharis had a great look at it, but just fired it up, and away. And we've played 2 minutes in the first overtime period. Handling the goal kick will be Rachel Engel. Maharis now going head-to-head with Upton. And now this one's going to trickle out of bounds Last touch by the Blue Jays, and Angle will run it down to handle the throw-in. Substitution incoming for McDaniel towards the scorer's box. It's Maddie Schwartz, so she'll come in at the next dead ball. And Sarah McDonald handles that. Correction on what I said just a couple moments ago. I messed up my notes. There's been quite a few notes this weekend. The next game coming up here in the next semifinal is not Franklin and Marshall versus Gettysburg. That was last night. So the next semifinal is between Haverford and Swarthmore, right here on HopTV. Kickoff should be right around 8 o'clock. Scratch that, should be 6:30, which will probably be a little bit later, depending on what happens the rest of this one. Maddie Schwartz checks into this game.
Returning for McDaniel, Maddie Schwartz.
Megan Henderson will take a seat for the Green Terror. As the clock continues to tick here in the first overtime, they tend to go pretty quickly, these 10-minute periods. Monaco trying to fight for position. Now on the top of your screen, she's being tracked heavily by Rachel Angle. The official call, it was out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw-in now for Angle. Lindsay Farrell comes back into this game, and she'll give Catherine Dixon a rest. Thea Harvey-Brown now tracking back towards the middle of the field. Angle gets rid of this one. And now here come the Green Terror looking to transition into offense. Under 5 minutes to play in the first overtime period. Horvath giving some serious pressure. Christina Madelo getting ahead on that one. And now right at the midfield line, both teams vie for possession. Maharis comes up with it, leaves it for Horvath. And now Hallie tries to get it up to Riley O'Toole, who saves it before it goes out of bounds. Maharis cuts back and leaves this one for Riley. She's not going to get there in time. Marissa Funke will get there first. And now O'Toole actually saves it before it goes out of bounds, but Upton is right there to make sure that that one was outletted. Emily Maharis with all kinds of time. Leaves it for Carly Lupton-Smith. 4 to play in the first overtime period. Being tracked by Abby Keene. And finally, Keene fires it off the leg of Carly Lupton-Smith. Goal kick incoming. And looks like Upton will handle that for the Green Terror. Upton fires this one. Getting ahead on that one was Abby Keene. Michelle Santangelo trying to get ahead on that one, but the Green Terror standing tall and have really terrorized this Hopkins offense all night long, only allowing one goal, and it was in the scrum thanks to this one right here. Riley O'Toole. Bailey Monaco now on the top of your screen. Gets it over to Sophie Murphy. We're approaching the 3-minute mark here in the first overtime. Monaco loses that run, and it sneaks out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays.
Returning for McDaniel, Alyssa Johnston, number 4.
Taking a seat for the Green Terror is Annalise Bell, and now Upton unleashes on this one. Emily Maharis was the first to get there. We now have 2.5 left in the first semifinal, first of two. And now Kayla Blair tries to get it up ahead to Emily Maharis. Maharis now looking for Monaco. She's got to be careful to not go offside. Now Riley O'Toole keeps it alive. Saving it before it goes out of bounds was Katie Clausen. So it'll be a Blue Jays throw-in. Now 2 minutes left in the first overtime. Christina Madelo on the bottom of your screen tried to get it up ahead, but it's last touched by Katie Clausen. A miscue there. Did not mean to let that one knock off or out of bounds. Under a minute and a half now to go in the first overtime. Bailey Monaco tries to get it back to the middle to Santangelo, but Engel was right there to deny that one for the Green Terror. Taking another look at the replay right here. Monaco was fighting for possession. But a nice play there by Engel to make sure that one did not get anywhere near Sarah McDonald's net. Now Bailey Monaco's kick was a little strong. Santangelo trying to keep this one in play on the top of your screen. And that one sneaks out of bounds. We'll stay right here with the Jays. 50 seconds to go in the first overtime. Emily Maharis with a nice cutback move, but this Green Terror defense continues to stand tall as that one is exited out of bounds. Quick throw in now coming from Thea Harvey-Brown. Sophie Murphy tried to get it up ahead. 25 seconds. Substitution incoming. It's Kristen Worry. A quick substitution now. She'll give Katie Kirsheneman a deep breath as we get ready for the second overtime period.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And at the horn, we are still interlocked at 1 after 10 minutes and the first overtime period down. We got 10 more minutes of free soccer here at Homewood Field on the campus of Johns Hopkins University. It's the first of two semifinals here in the Centennial Conference playoffs. What a game we have. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Let's do it all over again. Another 10-minute overtime period coming up. It's the second overtime here between the top-seeded Johns Hopkins Blue Jays and the number 4 seed McDaniel Green Terror. We got a good one on our hands here. We're interlocked at 1. Goals have been scored both in the second half. One that seemed like all long time ago from Katie Kirsheneman in the first 20 seconds of the second half. Then later on in that half, Riley O'Toole banged one home to tie us up at 1 apiece. And here we are. Riley O'Toole touched that one last. So a quick throw in now coming from the Green Terror. And now Maggie Colson tries to come up with it. Nothing doing. Every kick matters here in overtime. It is sudden death. The first to score moves on to the championship. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock right here on HopTV. Tony Abadi handles this throw-in. Be sure to stick around after this game is over as Haverford will take on Swarthmore. As this one is fired high just over the net of Bess Kitzmiller, a close one. And Bess, it looks like she got a hand on that one, so a corner kick try to open up this second overtime period now for the visiting Green Terror. In a big moment here for the Blue Jays on defense. Here comes the corner try for McDaniel. There's some confusion as to what side this is on. So it's actually on the opposite side, as you see. Abby Keene's running down to the other side to take this kick. So they will crash the box on impact. As Abby Keene set to take the kick. It's a high one. Nice distance. Careful in the goal, and Bess Kitzmiller gets up and grabs it for the Jays. Big moment there on defense for Hopkins, and now down is Marissa Funky, and we'll have the clock stop at 7:55. So Marissa Funky is quick to get back up on her own power. And it looks like she got hit in the face there in some capacity. But she seems to be all right. So Kyla Persky will handle this free kick opportunity off that foul on McDaniel. Riley O'Toole gets ahead on that one. Kyla Persky keeps things from advancing for McDaniel. And now Tony Abadi leaks this one on up, but right there is Marissa Funky. Maggie Colson steps up on this one and gets a ball down for Bailey Monaco. Monaco trying to get it back to the middle of the field. Misfired there. Santangelo tried. She hit the ground. No call. Sophie Murphy runs right into Abby Keene. Physical play ramping up here in the second overtime. Everything at stake. Under 7 to play now in the second overtime period. Crowd is on its feet. Bailey Monaco being checked by Angle. Monaco with a little bit of room to run, tries to get it back to the middle, and a diving stop by Sarah McDonald. Beautiful save by McDonald. It's her 4th of the game and probably the most important one yet. Here come McDaniel now in retreating. Gibson had that one poked away by a body. As we approach the 6-minute mark left in this second overtime period. Handling the throw-in will be Rachel Angle. McDaniel has gone on quite a few droughts tonight on offense where they just have not spent a lot of time on the offensive side. They have an opportunity to here, but Leslie Bruni's right there to disrupt the momentum. And now Michelle Santangelo finds herself with the ball. Up ahead for Monaco. Bailey somehow keeps it in bounds. A beautiful play by the senior. Working with Angle. Bailey going through the whole team. Cannot find a way to hold on to that one as Rachel Angle wins that battle. Leslie Bruni now working with Sophie Murphy, and now Abadi has that one poked out of bounds. Last touched by the Green Terror. Abadi trying to get it into Monaco. It's last touched by the Blue Jays, and Rachel Angle will handle the throw-in. Under 5 minutes to play now in the second overtime period. Catherine Dixon comes back into the game for the Green Terror. Sophie Murphy keeping it alive up ahead for Bailey Monaco, who ran right into Angle. And let's see what the whistle is. It'll be on Rachel Angle, so a free kick now coming for the Blue Jays. They got to hustle. 4.5 to go in the second overtime period. Maggie Colson's going to run over and take this one. Here comes Colson's kick. It's rejected by the Green Terror defense. Hallie Horvath tried to get a play on that one, went right over her head. A body trying to get it back into the middle. She does, but it misses everybody, and Sarah McDonald grabs that one no problem. 4 minutes to play in the second overtime period. We're in danger of going into penalty kicks. A lot of time left for somebody to bang the back of the net, and here comes Sarah McDonald trying to set it up offensively for her squad. Sophie Murphy got a foot on that one. She was fighting with Kirsten Gibson for position. Green Terror now looking to advance. Katie Clausen tried to find Catherine Dixon there, but Hallie Horvath is right in there. But Clausen now with a little bit of room to run. A body finds that loose ball. Leslie Bruni comes in there, and now a sea of blue and white engulfs Abby Keene. Horvath checking up on Gibson, and both of them hit the deck. Horvath will be called for the foul. So now we have under 3 to play in the second overtime period, and a big moment here on offense for the Green Terror. Crunch time at Homewood Field. Number 1 seed Johns Hopkins taking on the number 4 seed McDaniel. Anybody's game here in the second overtime period. Free kick coming now for McDaniel. It's Abby Keene. Lifts this one on in. Getting ahead on that one looked to be Upton, but Bess Kitzmiller grabs it. Under 2.5 to go now. Riley O'Toole at the midfield line. On a run. Here comes O'Toole. Tried to get it up to Santangelo. Finds her in stride. Santangelo's picked up by Marissa Funky. Trying to get this one back into the middle. Misses everybody just over the box. Bailey Monaco was there. She can't believe she missed it. The ball goes into the stands. A quick one is given to a body. And now Tony has that one fired out of bounds. Here comes the throw-in now. Under 2 to play in the second overtime period. Bailey Monaco working with Angle. Now here comes a ball from a body up ahead for Santangelo. Misses everybody. Sophie Murphy keeps it in the middle. But rejecting that one is Marissa Funky. Leslie Bruni keeps it right here. Bailey Monaco gets it in the middle. It's deflected off of a McDaniel defender. Santangelo fighting for it. Angle just gets it out of bounds. 1:15 to play. And a miscue there offensively for the Blue Jays. Results in a loss of possession. Angle will handle the throw-in now, and we're approaching 1 minute left. We're in danger of going into PKs here in the semifinals. It's the first of 2. Haverford and Swarthmore still to come. A championship bid is on the line here for tomorrow, right here at Homewood Field at 1 o'clock. Santangelo lifts this one on down for O'Toole, and she cannot convert. And the near side official with the foul call for the Blue Jays, and that might be the one that they need. Rachel Angle can't believe it. The near side official was the one, and you see it right there with O'Toole. She was pulled. And now Riley O'Toole. Let's see who will take the kick. Angelo. The penalty kick that could decide tonight's semifinal game. It's going to be Maggie Colson. Off a huge, huge foul call by the near side official. Maggie Colson, with the entire season on the line here for the Blue Jays, sets up the PK. And it's stopped by McDonald on the follow by Persky. Is it in? Not good. Hallie Horvath keeps it alive. 37 seconds left. What a stop by Sarah McDonald as now there's a scrum. Unbelievable sequence on defense for the Green Terror. With 22 seconds left, We could be going to PKs here at Homewood Field. What a game, and what a stop by Sarah McDonald. The senior coming up big when the moment matters the most. 10 seconds left to go in the second overtime period.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Let's go to PKs. Why not? What a game. We're going PKs for the second time in as many nights. And Sarah McDonald perhaps just saved her team's season with that unbelievable save to her right. We're going to PKs in just a short 5 minutes. We still got a lot more coming, including trying to settle this game. It's the semifinals here on HopTV, Centennial Conference Championship Weekend. We'll be right back after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's finish this one off in PK fashion. We are interlocked at 1 apiece after 90 minutes of play and then another 20 combined from the 2 overtimes. Everybody on their feet here at Homewood Field. A trip to the Centennial Conference Championship is on the line. Abby Keene will take the first PK. And Kitzmiller stops it for the Blue Jays. Solid start to this one. So Abby Keene, you take a look here, she was going left the entire time. And Bess Kitzmiller guessed right. So Bailey Monaco, the senior. The heart and soul of this team. What a senior season it's been. And Bailey goes right and nails it. Jays go up 1-0 in the PKs. So Maddie Schwartz will take the next PK try and try and even things back up. And Schwartz buries it, the upper right corner. Beautiful shot by Schwartz. Take another look at the replay here. Beauty. Bess Kitzmiller, not much you could do there. So now Emily Maharis. And Maharis bangs it home. Sarah McDonald guessed to her right. And Maharis went the other way and buries it. Jays go up 2-1. Katie Kirsheneman scored earlier on in the second half. And she does again. Kirsheneman made it look easy and buried it. Each team with 2 apiece so far as you take a look at that one. So now Hallie Horvath, another senior for the Blue Jays, will have an opportunity. Both teams interlocked, everybody on their feet. And Horvath bangs it home past Sarah McDonald. 3 now have been converted by the Jays.
Lindsay Farrell.
And you take a look there, just a beautiful shot there by Horvath. Made it look easy. And now Lindsay Farrell will have an opportunity for the Green Terror here at Homewood Field on a chilly night. Everybody on their feet. Farrell's PK is stopped by Bess Kitzmiller. The Jays feel it now. And you take another look here. This was a great diving stop by Bess Kitzmiller. She guessed right and just had enough on that one to make sure that it was converted. So Maddie rocks now with an opportunity. Rocks, the 5'6" sophomore from Pittsburgh, PA. Has had a stellar sophomore season for Coach Weil. And she's got a great chance with the season on the line. And it's stopped by Sarah McDonald, the diving stop, and Maddie Rocks knew it. She was so close to finishing this one off.
Kristen Upton.
So now Kristen Upton, what a defensive stand she made, and Maddie Rocks is consoled by her teammates. Take a look here. What a beautiful stop by McDonald. Maddie Rocks can't believe it as Santangelo checks on the sophomore. Upton will have a chance. And Upton bangs it home. It hit the top of the crossbar and banged in. What a beautiful play. Take another look here. She somehow found a way to get this one in there. It hits the top first and then ricochets in over the line. So Kyla Persky now, an opportunity for the Blue Jays, the 5'8" junior from New Canaan, Connecticut. Persky bangs it home for the Blue Jays, and that's the one. The Blue Jays advance on to the Centennial Conference Championship right here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. What a game and what a season for the Blue Jays. Kyla Persky, your hero.
With this win, the Blue Jays advance to the 2017 Centennial Conference Women's Soccer Championship game tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
An unbelievable finish right here by Kyla Persky. Did it for the Blue Jays, and you look at the celebration and the pure joy. Headed on to the next step here in the Centennial Conference Championship. What a game. If you're just tuning in, it all started back in the second half when Katie Kirsheneman put the Green Terror on top with a goal within the first 20 seconds. Then Riley O'Toole later on in the half interlocked us at 1. We played 2 overtime periods of scoreless soccer. It took it into PKs, and 4-3 in favor of the Blue Jays, the ultimate game winner in PKs. What a game it was for the Green Terror as well. Congratulations to McDaniel on a stellar season and an incredible game here at Homewood Field. In the end, the number 1 seeded Johns Hopkins Blue Jays take down the number 4 seeded McDaniel Green Terror. What a game. Be sure to stick around for the next semifinal matchup right here on HopTV between Haverford and Swarthmore. For everybody up here in the booth, including my producer Matt Lawrence, I'm Bob Trossett saying good night from Homewood Field. We'll be right back on HopTV after this.